This is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and I'm so excited. I just made a discovery, and I don't know, maybe everybody else knows, but it's new to me. And what it is, I've learned that one of the differences, and it's a big difference from the United States to all the other countries. Now, well, I'll put it this way. Of all the countries I've been to, the thing is, I've noticed every place I go, you have the people and you have the military. Now, I will agree, in the United States, I don't know all the details. I don't know all this kind of. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, but some way or another in the United States, the military does not operate in the United States, and so that makes a difference. That's something that you have to add into the equation. But one of the things that I've noticed, every place that I go, the military is another class upon the whole structure of the society. It's a different class, and I really never thought that much about it. I say all the little countries I've gone to, third world countries that I've gone to, the ones that are in the military, well, you already realize military law is different than civilian law. If you've got a military base in your area, you'll know that when military personnel do something wrong, I don't want to say illegal, because like I say, legal, just anybody can make up laws, that's no big deal. But when they do something wrong, they fall under military rule. And so, and that's even in the United States. But the thing that got to me was I've seen this pattern everywhere that I've gone. And what it does is it separates the military from the rest of the society. And okay, I'm trying to talk about stuff that maybe it's easier for you to relate to. Venezuela. When I was in Venezuela, and I'm talking about stuff you can relate to, and I've experienced it myself. I can't talk about what's happened in Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan because I haven't been there. But Venezuela, I was there, and I was there when it had, I guess it would be close to civilian rule. And what happened is military. Who controls the military, a lot of times, controls the country. And sometimes, when there is no control, then the military will take control. And I never really thought about it so much, not like this. And what it is it's a different class. The military is a whole different structure of a country, except for the United States. And that's the part that I want, that really just, I mean, the light just turned on when I figured this out. And the reason, what brought it to my attention is I saw the flag, you know, the Chinese flag. I'm in China, and the Chinese flag, I saw that, and you know, I'm not going to show you, but there's another flag that it kind of looks like the Chinese flag, but it's a little different. And my wife was explaining to me is the military, the Chinese military, came before the people. So they have their own flag. And I thought, what? They have their own flag? You mean they're not even part of you people? And she said, no. I said, that's the military. They're different people than what the people are. And then, bam-o, the light bulb kicked on. That's when I realized that's the difference in all these countries that I've gone to. Now, like I say, I haven't been to Britain. I don't know if Britain's the same way. I mean, there's a lot of Europe. I haven't been to Europe. So there's a lot of places that I haven't been, so I don't know for sure. But what I do know for sure is the places that I've been and the stuff that I've seen with my own eyes. And like I say, all through Central America, you know, Mexico, well, I don't want to say about, I was in Canada, but I don't remember seeing it in Canada, but I don't know, I wasn't there long enough. But like I say, it's a big deal. When in the United States, the military is the people. That's one of the reasons why I've said in other videos, I'm not concerned about the American military doing things to Americans. And the reason is, if the military comes into any part of the United States, starts doing things, that's, you know, isn't that cousin so-and-so? You know what I mean? They're going to be dealing with relations. And with, you know, you don't want to go over there and terrorize cousin so-and-so, because then aunt so-and-so is going to tell your mom, and then it's going to come back on you. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not that concerned about the American military doing unconstitutional acts upon the people. They may do it spontaneous in the way of the military. What makes military is they take orders. So they may go on and take an order, and then after they start doing it, they'll start thinking, wait a minute, what you're asking me to do is immoral or it's unconstitutional. See, and then that's going to stop them from doing it. So they may start doing something, but they won't completely do it. Somewhere down the line, the morals and the Constitution will step in. If not, they're not true Americans. And I've talked about true Americans. So, in other words, if they blindly follow orders, that's not going to be a good thing for them. So, but anyway, what I'm talking about is our military in the United States is the people. They don't look at themselves any different than we the people. They can't wait to come home to their communities where they came from to see their families, or if their families are with them and they're going around, they still go have homes that, you know, where they came from. So that's the difference. That's a big difference. And I'm thinking this maybe have something to do, well, I know it has something to do with the government, the American government. American government officials and the bureaucrats, the people that work for the government, they think they are another class in the American society. And since they think they are another class, and why do they think that? They've got privileges. They're above the law. Like I say, they've got different retirement plans. You can't fire them. They move to the bureaucrats. They move to another department and stuff like that. So this is what I'm saying. They're not really Americans. Not like the people that they are governing in their minds. I mean, we look at them as, well, they're just people, just like the rest of us. They're not. In their minds, they are starting to think they are better. This is why the corruption has been able to go. That's why they've been able to go along, okay, like the FBI. FBI, you know, they're supposed to be up on the top of the food chain when it comes to law enforcement. And, you know, they really believe they're not one of us. They can do or overlook things that are illegal or unconstitutional. See, so that's what I'm saying. Once you get the feeling you are not part of our society, you are not an American, well, then you start acting funny. Now, this is the same thing. Obama was trying to make that distinction, draw lines, and all this comes across from divide the people. And if you want to get divided, you want to be on the top of the food chain, and that's where the corruption comes from. And but anyway, this is something that I hope I made it clear. I'm sorry, but to me, it just flashed. Man, that clarified a lot of things. Because I can't believe Americans, true Americans, that's why I've made videos talking about true Americans, and it's the Constitution that holds us together, and people are trying to get the Constitution out. They don't want, well, why? Because the Constitution is what binds us together in America. Because we're all foreigners in America, but something binds us, and that's the Constitution. And I just can't believe how we get divided, and we're not. If you are a true American, I don't care if you're born there or not. And what it is, I got a guy from Malaysia, I think it's Malaysia, that's, you know, he's got American attitude. You know, I mean, it wouldn't be hard for him to become an American. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying. It's how do people lose that attitude, or how do they get that attitude? And that's what I'm talking about. When you divide the country, and you're either military as a different class, it's obvious like that. Now that explains why, well, we're Black Americans, I'm Chinese American, or, you know, that's bullshit. You're just an American. And then once you understand that, you are a true American. And what makes it is the Constitution. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.